everyone out there. I am Fola Ladipo, and I just want to share a few things with you from personal experience about relationship. Two people coming together, one or two things will have brought them. Well, they are attracted to each other. Maybe there's a chemistry. Maybe there's just, some people call it love at first sight. It happens, but that is maybe 1 out of 10. But two people coming together, basically, to form a life together, build a relationship together, and peradventure, it work out and it leads to something stronger and that lasts longer. And that's talking about marriage. And so today I'm going to talk to you about, what are the things that you put into consideration before the I do. And as well, how to build a healthy relationship. The point that the two of you were attracted together, maybe the overall, some people call it a kind of a chemistry attraction, fine, it is established. But there's more to that, to build a relationship. There's more to just the attraction, the euphoria of you meeting and being carried away at the instance of your being attracted to each other. There's more to it. Somebody asked me sometimes, is love enough to build a relationship? I said, well, love may not be enough, but it's one of the ingredients. It's one of the ingredients to put together to build a healthy relationship. You talk about character, you talk about attitude, you talk about the background, you talk about communication. I always say one thing. When there was something that was in controversy sometimes, and the question was, what do a woman bring to the table? Because men always talk about what do the women bring to the table. The women need to bring something to the table. The man provides it all, but the woman needs to bring something to the table. And what is that thing? And that is one major ingredient that causes a lot of issue in relationship or building a healthy relationship. And that very particular ingredient is respect. Men love to be respected. However, they love to be respected. So that's one of the ingredients we're talking about to building a healthy relationship and good understanding. Now, let's go straight. You meet a man, you're attracted to the man, you love each other, you want to be with each other. Something keeps telling you that this is the person. You keep on, you start off, and by and by, you work on understanding your partner, you work on, learning a bit about their background. You cannot just learn about their background or where they are coming from if there's no proper, adequate communication. The two of you need to sit down, talk about your past, share your experiences, open up. It is very, very important to open up in relationship. Truth, trust. I always say that trust is earned. You need to earn the trust of your partner, and that is when you are ready to open up. You are willing to open up and share your experiences, share your past. Don't have any baggage hidden. Don't have any skeleton hidden in your cupboard, because it destroys, a good relationship. However beautiful the relationship might have been that you built over the year, one, discovery of distrust will kill a beautiful relationship. It has broken so many marriages, even in a number of years, when a man discovered that, a man that he's married with or married to for the past 20 or more years, you just discover that there are some things about the wife or the husband that are hidden from you. That trust is broken, and once trust is broken, it cannot be put together again. So it is very important at the beginning, at the inception of your relationship, to at the building of your relationship, to consider building good trust between you as a couple. You need to understand your man. You need to understand his body language. There's what we call the language of love. And we know it's out there, the language of love. You talk about physical touch, you talk about gifts, you talk about acts of service. Now I want to talk to you about language of love. That's love language. There are 5 basic love language. Word of affirmation, and that is your partner. A partner, some people want you to put the word out there, affirming them, appreciating them all the time. Somebody wants to continually hear you tell them you love them. Somebody wants to hear continually you telling them you are good, you're wonderful. It is their own love language. You need to understand this about your partner, because if you don't put it out there, you may not be able to have a good flow in your relationship. Some love the act of service. They just love you doing things for them willingly. They want you to do things for them willingly without even asking for it. Voluntarily, helping them out in one or two things. That's the act of service. Another language of love here is gifts, thoughtful presents. Just put something together, just without them expecting it. You just give them a gift. It touches, as simple as it is, as sometimes it may seem so insignificant, but they appreciate it so much, and it helps you bond better. That's their own language of love language. You need to understand this basically about your partner. And another love language is quality time. Some people love you when you spend quality time with them. Go out of your way to make time to be with them. You sit down with them, maybe go to the movie, you just a walk in the park, hold hands together, and you just do some walk in the park, just gisting, talking. Sometimes it could be some gibberish. From my own experience, I love it when I sit down with my husband and we talk, as in like we just say all sorts, because when you do that, in the course of that, you'll be able to share a lot of things. Some people, that is their love language. To some, their love language is the physical touch. They want to be touched all the time. They want you to just feel them. When you're walking, you just hold their hands. Maybe you sit in the car, your partner is driving, you just touch him, because that is what he loves. He loves you to feel that you are there for him or her all the time. So that's about love language. You need to understand the love language of your partner to be able to, to bond, in love. However, you can build a beautiful relationship together. You can understand your love language. You can have a beautiful bonding moment, but there are major things that could crash this, relationship. One, character. I said it earlier on. Your character. Somebody that does not have control on their emotions. Your character, and your character are what you form from your background. I was listening to a pastor's wife. She was sharing her experience, and she said what almost destroyed our marriage was her character. Thank God she was able to discover that in good time. And so many of us fail to realize that our character, could be a major issue in our relationship. And this, if care is not taken, destroys relationship. Another thing is assumptions. Don't assume. Always wait for your partner to come and explain themselves. Don't always assume. It destroys relationship faster than anything. Another thing is disrespect. Like I said, a man wants to be respected. Respect your man. Do not disrespect him. Whether you are together one-on-one or you are outside, do not disrespect. This is common with we women. You just put a word out there. Be cautious. Be careful. The way you relate with your man, give him respect, and you'll be amazed how he will respond to you as well. Then another thing is a background influence. Where our home, where we all grew up from, two people coming together from different background, talk about the culture, talk about their belief system. A lot of things has formed, their background influence. This could affect our relationship if care is not taken. So we have to tame ourselves to understand the needs of our partner. And it's like sometimes they said opposites attract each other. Maybe a sanguine, somebody that is like lively, and a calm, maybe a choleric person come together. A choleric man that is a control freak. He loves to be in charge, and a sanguine that is like they are not detailed. They just do things. They are more of impulsive individual. They come out there. There could be problem. So when you try and understand each other, you'll be able to blend and you form a very, very beautiful synergy in your relationship. Then the issue of mood swing, we need to watch out for that. These are major issues that can destroy relationship. Don't always be Don't always be overtaken by your emotions. Be extremely careful. When anything happens, be patient, be calm, listen and hear your partner out. You'll be able to give out a better judgment when you don't allow your emotion to take the better of you. Then don't dwell on, I'll say, whatever you dwell upon, it is magnified. So don't dwell on the negative. Always look on the good side. And if there are issues between you, always be very, very, very calm and be very, very, ready to give a benefit of doubt. Ready to give a benefit of that, and don't keep focusing on the mistake that your partner has made. Focusing on the mistake, it will be magnified. You will not see the good anymore. It is that mistake. If anything happened another time, then probably you have overcome an issue. By the time you move into the next thing, and because your tongue and your mouth, they can't stay without hurting each other. So likewise, relationship. Two people coming together, you, however, would be having issues one time or the other. However, the beauty of the relationship is each time you have issues, you sit down, you sort it out, and you move on from that moment. But if the relationship could have issue when you keep referring to the issue that you have had, you keep referring to the problem, you keep bringing up the past that you have already settled, you keep bringing it up, to every little challenge that you have. One way or the other, one of you will get tired and get weary. And before you know what is happening, they will want out. Because you're always projecting their mistakes. You're always projecting, the challenge, the challenging aspect of their character, of their attitude, or whatever they do. And also, I would like to say that, look, learn to let go of the past. It is very, very key, very, very important. Don't always bring it up. I know some people have issues with forgiving. But you will have a beautiful life together when you learn to forgive. When you learn to forgive, sometimes someone would say, okay, I can forgive, but I can't forget. It is still the same thing. You must, because if you don't forget, it will be difficult for you to forgive. Because you need to sit down. Sometimes when you keep having this, it keeps reoccurring. It keeps coming back. Each time you have issue, you drag the past back into the present, and you see it, you keep bringing up again, and you keep bringing up again. And I think in this instance, you need to find a time to sit down, talk over it, nip it in the bud, and move on from that point. Because if care is not taken, unforgiveness is the most potent weapon that can destroy any beautiful relationship. However much you love each other, if you don't learn how to forgive, you cannot live together. Remember, God forgives us first. So why is it so difficult for us to forgive? And if you cannot forgive, you'll keep malice. Keeping malice, staying with someone for over 24 hours, not talking to your partner, it is very, very dangerous and deadly for that relationship. So I would just say this last word of advice to someone out there. It is easy for you to declare, I love you, I will be with you for all my life. There's more to it than just declaration of love. You need to put a lot of work into it to build a beautiful relationship. So, sisters, brothers out there, you can have a beautiful relationship if you determine, and it has to be what you do intentionally. Thank you very much. This is Fola Ladipo once more again. I'll come till I come your way once more again. Have a lovely day.
For more information, visit our website www.realstarleadersclub.org.